Well, hello, long time no see. Last time I've done one of these videos is when I reviewed Aries Mini, kind of comparing it to Aries version 2, you know, the size and all of that stuff. And you can call me a fanboy or whatnot, but I am a fan of a modder's work, and he is bringing us something new and similar to what we already seen. I'm not too experienced when it comes to a lot of 22 millimeter drippers. If you're asking about 30 millimeter dripper, I am all for it, right? I guess you can call this one 22 or 30 millimeter because it is a 22 millimeter on the sides. However, diagonally it's 30, so it doesn't look actually bad on a Fat Daddy version 4 30 millimeter ring. Of course, using my Aries version 2 prototype with Aries RDA prototype. First impressions. Man, or how would I comparing it to the competition? A lot of people mention it looks like Hellboy and stuff, but I believe it's a little bit more massive. It has a definitely interesting design on a chuff, which chuff is actually also an AFC, so it kind of works out, you know. If you really think about it, we got a square. This particular chuff is a square. Oh, look at that. Vertical heat sinks. It's definitely different, right? So this is a chuff, and it actually comes with two. However, I have not had the opportunity to get the circle chuff, which I think it would suit my vaping style a little bit better. But you know what? After using it for a couple of days, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So great machining, right? It is not powder coated or anything like that. I don't know if it's anodized or not, but there's definitely some weight to this sleeve, right? And this comes in black and I believe silver or gunmetal or stainless steel. But this is the most interesting part, right? You know, we've seen heat sinks, we had double heat sinks and such, but this is definitely newer things that I haven't seen in the past. It is a 4-screw design, and I'm gonna pull up the cotton in a little bit to show you the deck a little bit better. But it is a split center block, right? So it's not the same block with a bunch of screws. Has a Phillips screwdrivers. This is 21 gauge Nichrome 80. 8 wraps on 3.6 millimeters. Works just wonders. I mean, I can vape this thing at 5 volts. He'll provide sufficient airflow if I need it. But there's one thing that I haven't been able to replicate with any coil set, and that's how the vapor shoots off the coils. So let me show you something like this. It is actually shooting all the way straight up. Now, I haven't wicked it any way different than I wick any of my RDAs, whether they're 22 or 30 millimeters. Only coils that fire this way that I have seen were the volcano coil, and then obviously dragon style wicking coils where it just shoots up. But this one, on the other hand, does that here for most part, right? Which is nuts. But yeah, so first impressions. What Sajid is bringing us is a unique airflow. And I don't know if I can show you this or if you can see this, but this airflow is not 90 degrees. This is actually 45-degree airflow. And you can call it a gimmick or whatnot, but even with this build, and I believe I can squeeze at least another 2 wraps on the same diameter, if not more. But yeah. The nice thing, it's a more or less effortless draw. Even with this big coils, like kind of, you know, restricting a little bit of a space with a lot of cotton on a bottom of juice well. But, right, that's easy mode, right? So, first few impressions before I show you guys a deck. It's gonna be very affordable, right? I know in Aries group right now, Sajid is running pre-order. It's $45 plus shipping. The whole retail is gonna be $65 plus shipping, I wanna say. The lead time, I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's worth the wait, especially if you're a fan of square RDAs. I think they look good on the boxes. Again, I love the way, again, everything is, you know, like a diamond, right? If I put it in a box, it's gonna look that way, and the chuff and stuff. So, it behaves great. I think as far as density, and that was really like not even a lot of power. That's firing just 4.2 volts. 4.2. All right, let's bump it up to about almost 5. Oh. Right. So a few things that I love about this. I think the slanted or 45-degree angled airflow is definitely nice addition or a new innovation when it comes to RDAs, because everybody else's is either, you know, holes with a diagonal shape or anything. But this one is a standard airflow that has, or a slotted airflow, which is, I believe, 3 millimeter by 10 millimeter, but it's angled. So, as I said, right? Easy vape, right? I guess some of us can be a little lazy when it comes to that. So, couple things. There's a lot of mass to this RDA, so I definitely like the vertical heat sinks. Mine does get hot, but again, I do have a lot of wire in there. But it does not, you know, prevent me from vaping in any way, shape, or form. So the price point, great. It's innovative, yes. It has a phenomenal deck, and I don't think I can spin the center post, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit. I got to pull the wick first. Again, that T or split T center post, it is definitely something new that I haven't seen, at least in the past. The chuff, even though kind of awkward at the beginning, is actually grown on me. Because I can turn it and I can even vape it on a diagonal side. And it does come with a second one. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to receive that yet. I was just antsy about posting this or doing this quick little review. So, price point, the deck is phenomenal. I think it beats any 4-post or T-post design that I have messed with. When it comes to 22 millimeters, definitely way better than a lot of the 3-post designs. I would put it on par with maybe, and I call me crazy, Mutation X version 1 and Pollux, the makers of Castor RDA. And I would kind of compare the flavor with Pollux, which Pollux just gives me enough resistance. This does have a more airflow, right? You know, plain and simple, it is a bigger slot. It is the angled slot, so you know, you get to vape it a little bit easier as well. So you don't need to go crazy and power pulls like I do most of the time. Square, right? It's new. We kind of started with Hellboy and stuff, but you know, the what do you call it? It is a dual coil only, and I know some people prefer single coils. If I could squeeze 10 coils in something, I would. So fairly simple airflow adjustment, so just turn this thing back and forth. I got a little bit juiced up, so yeah. Screws are great. I don't think they're easily strippable, because I have stripped plenty of Phillips and I've stripped plenty of you know, Allen keys and stuff. Again, as I mentioned, I don't think I can spin the center post, which I'm going to show you in a second. Let me just pull this up. Now, a couple things that, and again, these are my personal opinion, right? So I like how it's square. You know, I think it will look great on a box mods. But at the same time, for me, I want to say I'm more of a round guy, you know, and again, this is just personal preference, nothing more, nothing less. The chuff, I prefer round, but you know what? Again, this has been growing on me, but being using it for a couple of days non-stop. So again, it is just a personal preference and personal opinion. I do like RDAs that do have peak insulators, right? So it's not gonna break easy. So I don't know if you can see that, but that is square, and it's a nice deep insulator and such. So again, spinning, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. It has an adjustable copper 510, which is nice, and it's actually protrudes even like a fully tightened, which is always good if you decide to run it on a hybrid or of some sort, hybrid corrector such as VCM and such. So great RDA. Again, not a huge fan of the square in a sense comparing to the round, but again, that's just my opinion. I know there's other people that swear by it, and that's okay. The price point is great. The T-post, it's new, split T-post, which is phenomenal. Again, shoots the vapor right up top. And, more or less, it is a great purchase for anybody that wants to try different airflow configuration, especially with the slanted airflow. Different options for chuffs as well. So, yeah. The pre-order right now, it is happening in the modders group, which is Aries Extreme Mods. Again, it is $45 with plus shipping and handling. And I just realized, I think this chuff can also be adjusted so it can be squared completely. So, if you have any questions, obviously head to that website or the Facebook page, and we can definitely help you with that. Something that definitely will be purchasing myself, since this I do have to return because that's what I promised. Maybe. I do like it that much that he might just have to eat the cost of prototype and keep it in my own collection. In any case, you guys be good, and we'll talk to you soon.